Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get Google Shared Drive with unlimited storage for a lifetime for just 6 Sing dollars, which is about 4 US dollars. Now, this is a big deal because the only other way that you can get Google Shared Drive with unlimited storage is to subscribe to Google's G Suite business with at least 5 users, which will cost you at least 80 Sing dollars or 60 US dollars on a monthly basis. Now let me get to how I discovered this unbelievable deal and how you can get one for yourself too. So I was actually on the way to my university one day when I took my phone out and started swiping through Lazada, which is an e-commerce site just like Amazon that we are all familiar with. I honestly wasn't looking for anything special and was merely window shopping, or more appropriately, pixel shopping, get it? Anyway, I started seeing a bunch of listings like Dropbox 18GB lifetime upgrade for 15 Sing dollars, lifetime OneDrive 5TB cloud storage for 35 Sing dollars, Spotify 1-year premium for 8 Sing dollars, and the list goes on. I thought it was too good to be true, so I closed the application and went on with my life. Later that day, I decided to find out how it's possible for people selling these to profit, since most, if not all the products offered were subscription based, and they weren't cheap by any means. I scrolled through Lazada again and laid my eyes on one claiming to offer Google Unlimited Team Drive storage for a lifetime at just 6 Sing dollars. I started searching the web for possible loopholes for this to be possible, and I learned that Google offers something called the G Suite for Education, which is very similar to the G Suite business that I mentioned at the start of the video, except it was completely free. This includes the Unlimited Shared Drive, which was previously called Team Drive. However, G Suite for Education is supposed to be available only for recognized education institutions. I don't know how this seller managed to trick Google into thinking that he or she is an education institution, but he or she did. Now that I know that it's actually possible to attain a lifetime of unlimited Google Shared Drive storage, I went to the seller to clear some doubts. I asked if I would be the only one other than the seller to have access to the shared drive, or whether I'll be sharing the drive with everyone else that made the purchase because I didn't want to spend 7 Sing dollars just to be part of a sausage fest. He promptly replied, assuring that it will be a shared drive that only I will have access to and that I will have the ability to add members into my drive. Now, let me make this clear. Up to this point, it still all sounded too good to be true. And you know what they all say, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. My suspicion grew stronger after I realized that all 5 of his 5-star reviews were made on the exact same day, which were most likely fake reviews made by either the seller or the seller's friends. I wanted to make sure that the seller didn't misinterpret my previous question, so I asked again if I would be the only one in the shared drive. The seller replied really quickly again, saying yes. Being fully aware that this store is really sketchy, with its questionable 5-star reviews and a product that is too good to be true. And obviously my reaction as a highly rational consumer would be, alright, take my money. I proceeded to key in my debit card information and made the payment, and guess what? I regretted as soon as the payment was successful. So many questions went through my mind and it started to dawn upon me that this was obviously a scam. Now, remember that the seller replied really fast to my previous questions? He stopped replying me as soon as I made the payment. I sent him my email address so that he could create a shared drive under my email, and I was expecting a reply soon. But no reply again. I waited patiently for the next 20 minutes. The seller came online several times but still no reply. I started to accept the harsh reality that this was probably and unsurprisingly a scam, but it was also at this moment that I received a message from the seller. The seller said, "Done," and directed me to where I could find the shared drive. I quickly launched my Google Drive, clicked on the shared drive tab that wasn't there before, and lo and behold, there was my shared drive. I dragged in some random photos that I happened to have on my computer, and as the photos uploaded, I started to realize that it's actually not a scam. I actually bought an unlimited Google Shared Drive for 7 Sing dollars that could potentially last for a very long time. But wait, before you start rushing off my video throwing your $7 at the seller, I just want to give a few words of caution. Firstly, this is clearly an exploit, and I don't expect this exploit to last forever. I am sure Google will find a way to fix this exploit sooner or later, and hence, you are advised not to upload anything you cannot afford to lose in the event that Google does shut the shared drive down. Secondly, because the shared drive is technically owned by the seller, he or she will have access to all the folders in your shared drive, and hence, you are advised not to upload any sensitive information that you do not want anyone else to have access to. Now you might be thinking, then what for should I get this shared drive if there are so many things to be wary about? I would recommend these to be used as a backup for your personal hard drive in case of unforeseen hardware failures, or as a transfer medium for transferring large number of files from say your PC to your laptop or from you to your friend. Remember to share this video with your friends, leave a like if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more. I really don't want to do this, but if this video hit 100 likes, I will consider trying the $8 Spotify 1-year premium and make a video about it. This is all the time I've got today, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!